everyone. We are starting with our chapter Human Geography, Nature and Scope. First of all, we will be studying what is human geography. Like in class 11th, you had studied about the physical geography, which tells about the physical features, maybe lithosphere or atmosphere or hydrosphere. But in human geography, it studies the relation between physical and the human world. How human beings are affected with the physical features, how they are distributed on the earth, what activities they pursue, and what is the difference between their social and economic life in different parts of the world. So they all are affected with the physical geography. The most important thing in geography is a debate whether geography should be considered as a lawmaking, that means nomothetic, or descriptive, that means ideographic. Last year also we had studied that there were two branches in geography. Some were in the favor of systematic approach of geography and some were in the favor of regional approach of geography. In the same way, the geography also faced the dualism whether it should be physical or it should be human. But we know that not a single concept can be studied as an individual. Both have to be studied with relation to each other. The nature and human are inseparable elements and should be seen one as a one. This has been explained with the help of parts of human body related to the physical features what we see around us. It is in the form of metaphors. For example, we talk as the face of the earth, or we say eye of the storm, or we say mouth of the river, or we say neck of the isthmus. In all these four examples, we have seen that one part of human body is compared with the other part of the physical features. So the basic question arises, can we separate nature and human when they are so intricately twinned? So for that, different definitions have been given about the human geography. According to Retzel, human geography is the synthetic study of relation between human society and Earth's surface. In this definition, the synthesis has been stressed upon. In the same way, Ellen C. Semple defined human geography as the study of the changing relation between the unresting man and the unstable earth. In this also, the changing relationship is the main theme of this definition. According to Blasch, conception resulting from a more synthetic knowledge of the physical laws which govern our earth and the relation between the living beings which live on it. In this definition, it offers a new conception of interrelation between earth and human beings. So we can now say that human geography studies the interrelation between the physical environment and the socio-cultural environment created by man through mutual interaction with each other. For that, we have to first understand the physical elements as well as the human elements. The physical elements are land, soil, climate, then you can say water, natural vegetation, etc. Whereas the human elements are the things which human beings have constructed in the form of a railroad network or industries or farms or items of our daily use, etc. So, physical environment has been modified by human beings, and in return, it has also affected the human lives. Now, we'll be studying the main theories of human geography. This is a very important text, and it comes in your board examination every year of 3 marks. So there are three theories. You have to understand these theories, and then you have to focus on these theories in this chapter. The first theory is the naturalization of humans. Now, this theory tells us the importance of nature. In the initial stages, human beings were afraid of nature, so they adapted to the dictates of nature because the level of technology was very low and the stage of development of human beings was in primitive state. So this type of interaction between primitive human society and the strong forces of nature was known as theory of environmental determinism. It was also known as naturalization of humans because human beings listened to nature and were afraid of it and they worshipped it. Now, because the humans adapted themselves to nature, therefore, this theory was given the name of naturalization of humans. The second theory which you have to study is theory of possibilism or humanization of nature. Now, as the time passed, human beings understood the environment as well as the forces of nature. They developed technology and they adapted, the nature adapted to them according to the needs of human beings. Initially, they were in the stage of necessity, but now they are in the state of freedom. They created possibilities with the given resources. They created cultural landscapes. Their imprints can be seen everywhere in the form of roads, railways, bridges, ports, etc. Now, this theory is known as theory of possibilism. Nature provides opportunities and human beings make use of it, and slowly nature gets humanized. Therefore, it is also known as humanization of nature. The third theory, which is important, is neo-determinism. This theory was introduced by Griffith Taylor. Now, he introduced a middle path between the two theories. He named it as neo-determinism or stop and go determinism. According to him, there is neither a situation of absolute necessity, that means environmental determinism, and nor a situation of complete freedom, that means possibilism. Human beings have to take a middle path. This was explained by him with the help of traffic light signals. When we go out on the roads, we see these signals. These signals have a meaning attached to them. Red light means stop, yellow means look, and green means go. In the same way, in our life also, we can conquer nature by obeying it, and we have to obey the red signals and further develop when nature permits us. That means in our greed of developing, we should not harm the needs of the future generation. Possibilities can be created without harming the nature. Otherwise, if we adopt the free run, we have to face the problem of greenhouse effect, ozone layer, depletion, global warming, etc. Now, in the second part of this chapter, the human geography has been explained through the corridors of time. There is a table in your book on page number 5 in which there are three columns. One is period, another is approach, and the third one is broad features of that particular approach. So we will go one by one and we'll see how human geography developed with the time. Earlier, there was very little interaction between human beings and environment. That was the colonial period in which travelers and explorers, they used to spread information about the places they explored. They described elaborately during this period. Then, in the later colonial period, regional analysis was done. That means the region was considered as a part of the whole, and to understand the part in totality will help in understanding the whole. Then in 1930, the regions were differentiated from each other. This study was known as areal differentiation. During the period of 1950 to 1960, the computers and quantitative methods were used to identify the different human activities on the map. This was the period of quantitative revolution. These laws were applied to the map and the human phenomena was analyzed. In 1970, the people, or you can say the geographers, they were not content with the quantitative methods. So they gave three new approaches. One was welfare, in which the according to this thought, human geography was mainly concerned with the different aspects of social well-being of the people. For example, housing, health, education, etc. Another school was the radical school of thought, which tried to explain the basic causes of the economic problems, and they were related to the development of capitalism. Okay, all the economic problems are there because capitalism has developed. For example, poverty or social inequality, unemployment, their causes were studied. The third thought was behavioral school of thought, which laid emphasis on the live experience and the perception of space by social categories based on caste, race, religion, etc. After 1990, the universal theories to explain the human conditions were questioned, and understanding of each local context was emphasized. The last topic of this chapter would be the different fields and subfields of human geography. They have also been explained on page number 6 with the help of a table. Human geography has six sister disciplines. We can say social geography, urban geography, political geography, population geography, settlement geography, economic geography. Again, these six sister disciplines have many sub branches, and these sub branches are interrelated with the social sciences discipline, other subjects. For example, if we talk about social geography, again it has six or seven branches: behavioral geography, geography of social well being, geography of leisure, cultural geography, gender geography, historical geography, medical geography. They are again interrelated with sociology, psychology, economics, sociology, anthropology, history, epidemiology, etc. So, in this way, in this table, you will understand about the different fields and subfields of geography. The urban geography is related to urban studies and planning. Political geography is related to political science. And population geography is related to demography. Settlement is related to urban and rural planning. And economic geography is related to all the things which come under the economics, agricultural science, industrial economics, business studies, tourism and travel management, international trade. So, in this way, we see that human geography is interrelated with all the other branches. Thank you.